Hi guys, it's me, Miss Manifest, helping you open a spiritual doorway to the abundance that you deserve. I don't know if I'm having a Mercury retrograde day or what, but I've just recorded this video and none of the videos came through with sound, which is super frustrating because it was a stellar video. But hopefully I can just repeat it and reiterate everything that I said to you just as beautifully. So today, following on from last week's video, I'm going to be talking to you about your point of attraction. This is a term that is thrown around in law of attraction about what it is that the universe is responding to. You know, sometimes it's talked about as vibration, but ultimately, what is the law of attraction responding to? Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell to get regular updates from me when I upload my new content on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Guys, let's get started. So last week's video, guys, was all about switching up the Abraham Hicks process, ask, believe, receive, and changing it to believe, ask, receive, on the basis that if you had the belief system in place before you set your intention, during the waiting phase, you would manifest faster, potentially, but you would also be able to let go and trust the process more because you already believe that it is possible. So when it comes down to believe, okay, this really is your point of attraction, okay? Your point of attraction is you. Yes, it is all about you and what the universe is responding to, and it's responding to you in all the different ways that I'm going to talk about in this video, okay? This video kind of came about because I got asked two questions this week. One from a client who came on my retreat who has had a major shift in the last 2 weeks. And her question was, what was it? You know, what was the, I don't know, like the magic wand moment or the, you know, what was it? What exercise was it? And I just said, your point of attraction shifted. And as such, then your outer world has, you know, rearranged itself to reflect that, to reflect who you are, to reflect the energy that you're putting out. The other question that I got was, do we have several points of attraction? Well, not technically, because there's only one of me, to my knowledge. Oh, grabbing my boobs. So there's only one of me. So the law of attraction is just responding to the entirety of you. However, within that, within you, because we are complex human beings, there are many components and facets to your point of attraction. So I'm going to sort of touch on some of those today, and then I'm going to let you know how I'm going to be helping you with this going forward. So when it comes to your point of attraction, ultimately it's all about your belief system. Okay, so that is your subconscious programming. Sometimes we have conscious awareness of what our belief systems are. Like I can say, well, I know this and I know I believe this about myself. There's other things though, sometimes programming that's running in the background that we're not so aware of, and we're not seeing how this is like playing out in our lives and self-sabotaging our dreams, our manifestations, and so on and so forth. So when it comes to thoughts, we talk about thoughts attract things, you know, thoughts become things. Well, they do, but it's so surface level to say that, okay? Your thoughts are an indicator of what's going on in your belief system. And ultimately, you need to trust your feelings sometimes more than your thoughts. And I do talk about your feelings being the indicator of the energy, the belief system, of what it is that you're putting out. Your feelings indicating what your point of attraction is, okay? Because we can have thoughts and we can sit here and we can be like, I love myself. I feel so good about myself. And inside, like there's a little piece of you that's being like, you're lying. You hate yourself, like, why are you saying this? Or it's just like, I literally feel rotten and I don't know why I'm saying this, okay? There can be a contradiction between the thought that you're trying to think, the affirmation you're trying to think, and actually what's going on in your belief system. And does your belief system really believe that? Or is it kind of like you're lying to yourself, okay? So use your feelings as your indicator of your point of attraction. Another component of that is your self-worth, okay? Your self-worth, a lot of that is, again, about a belief system that you have about who you are, who you perceive yourself to be. And that also is about how you perceive the world to be, how you perceive others to be. Is life on your side, or is like, are you just unlucky? Or like manifestations are only for certain people, they're not for you. But yeah, coming back to your self-worth, we only attract what we feel we are worthy of. Okay, so your manifestations will always be proportionate to your sense of self-worth and what you believe is possible for you, yes? So in terms of self-worth, every time you kick your self-worth up a notch, which is what I believe massively happened for my client at the retreat, and what has happened to me several times on my manifestation journey, is then things have rearranged themselves, manifestations have come through that are a direct reflection of the fact that my self-worth has massively kicked up a notch. And I'm not saying that you need to go from like being down here to being up here. It takes time, yeah, but it's okay. Like every single time your self-worth grows, your outside world kind of mirrors that back to you. Another component to your point of attraction is your actions, your behaviors that you're putting out. And some of the behaviors that you might be doing are just by taking no action whatsoever. Because if you believe that it's too hard, or you're like, oh, there's no jobs out there, so I'm just not even going to bother looking, or you don't believe that it's possible for you, or you have a fear of success, or you have a fear of being loved, even, like whatever it is, you can really hold yourself back, and that's not putting the right energy out into your manifestations if you're holding yourself back in a place of fear or lack or not believing. So your actions are another thing that the law of attraction is responding to, and they are driven by your beliefs, okay? So beliefs are so important. And that's what I'm going to lead on to here, is being able to do an EFT series of videos for you guys to help you release resistance, to help you change your belief systems and patterns around some of the really generic things that you guys ask me for a lot. So that can be things like love, money, jobs, maybe even exams, like whatever it is. But I want to help you to shift what the law of attraction is responding to in you, because it's not about just you doing a ritual and then you going away and not doing the inner work, or not choosing to feel good, or whatever that is, okay? Because if you're not willing to do that, and you're just kind of going to sit there and throw yourself a pity party, and you're looking out the window going, my manifestation's not here yet, or you're commenting on my video going, it didn't come, like you're just holding yourself in that place of it not coming through for you. You really do have to find ways to enjoy life, because if you're in that energy space of, I don't believe it, it's not here, lack, desperation, pushing, you're missing out on the joy of life. And that's what law of attraction is all about, like about you enjoying life, savoring it, being grateful for it, loving it, having fun, and then the law of attraction responding to you accordingly, okay? So that is another one of your big jobs when it comes to point of attraction, waiting for your manifestation to show up, is how are you going to choose yourself? How are you going to look after your belief systems? You know, what is it you're going to do to shift it? And so that's what I'm going to support you with in this next series of videos. One final thing that I really want to say, I hope I haven't missed anything from my, previous video that I recorded, because I'll be kicking myself if I forget. But I think this is really important to say, is that when you get into law of attraction, people they set their intentions, and then some people kind of like are gaslighting, having any negative emotions at all, and they're like, you can't feel that, like that's not high vibration, like what are you doing? Sorry, I'm fidgeting again, always fidgeting. So yeah, like you're allowed to feel negative emotions. All negative emotions have a purpose. They have a contrast moment where they make you go, you know what, my God, I don't want this. And it moves you in clarity back to things that you do desire, things that you want, perspective on how you want to live your life. It's also just about, leading you back to love, to joy, to fun times, and not having to rush that process, particularly with things like grieving, as I've talked about on this channel before, as someone who's got quite an extensive collection of grief experiences. You cannot rush that process, and you should never ever have to kind of be like, I've just got to feel high vibe. It's really not about that. Like if we're trying to push emotions down, that is a form of resistance, because we're resisting them. It's healthy to process them. It's healthy to let them out. It's about you growing, understanding yourself, understanding life, not like wrapping yourself up in some like high vibration cotton wool ball and being like, I can't ever feel like negative emotions, or the law of attraction is gonna like shaft me for this. You are allowed to have those human experiences. We're human, and all emotions have purpose for us. But one of my top things that I like to say is be in the energy of your solution, okay? Like you don't have to stay in the pity party. You don't have to like ring up 3 of your girl mates and tell them the same story, okay? Like it's very much about saying, okay, who's the best person I can talk to about this? Who's going to give me the best advice? Who's going to help me get through this? Who's going to help me process this? And then I can like move forward. So I'm very much about saying, I honor where I stand, I honor how I'm feeling, but how can I move forward? And that's not saying like that you grieve for one day, for example, and then the next day it's all, that's not it at all. Like, but you kind of go, you know what, I'm always going to move forward, and I'm always going to make little positive choices for myself every day that are going to take me towards where I want to be in terms of my spiritual journey, manifestation journey, human experience. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're looking forward to all the EFT sequences. I'm looking forward to them too. And I will see you very soon for more Law of Attraction content. Take care. Bye.